Hey YouTube, Kenko here. Time for some Tainted Grail. Just gonna check my audio, make sure it's running correctly. So you'll hear double me in a second. Yep, that works for me. Oh, where did we leave off yesterday? I think we've cleared all the Fog of War. We're on the main quest in Act 2. We got both the pieces of the tablet. We gave it to the Camelosian lieutenant dude. Hey Reika. The more I see this armor, the more I think that I need to buy another miniature and paint him again. And go more towards the black and gold look versus I went more silver and gold like it was new. I don't know what the inking, when I ink it, what it'll do to it. Maybe it'll make it a lot darker, but we'll see. Hope everybody's Sunday is going well. This weekend has been great. The Xbox frickin' showcase today was really freaking good. If you didn't watch the trailers from that, they were the best trailers all week. So good that my wife had me bring the Xbox into the living room. So we now have an Xbox in the living room to take advantage of Game Pass because I have it for Oblivion and stuff. And yeah, so play some more Xbox games. What's that do? Oh, that one was a good one. Alright, so we have... Let's just look at the map. I like looking at the map to get my bearings. We have this Wayward Son quest. This is from the Crows. Well, it's good to see that this guy's arm is better. You know. Thank you, Leah. He got his textures back. As shiny as they can be.
You tried to start something.
Oh. Well, hello there, boyo.
Sorry, I've got no time for chatting. I'm handling something important for Legate Denholm.
What is it? Self sends their regards. Do you? Is that why you haven't reported any progress on your mission?
You're with the children. Shit! Fuck! Listen,
that's how we start
don't kill
this.
Me. I can explain. I've been working on it, I swear. Things were going smoothly, but there's a problem. I think Legate Denholm might actually be my father.
Whoa.
I caught him giving me this strange look once, so I asked if something was wrong. He said he used to have a son but lost him young. Said the kid would be at my age now. So I asked how it happened, and Denholm told me. The weirdness got them. Swallowed their entire village. I wasn't with them. And that's exactly what happened to me. Except I survived because my mum told me to run before the weirdness came. I was 6. I don't remember much. Just my mum looking terrified and telling me to run to the town, promising she'd be right behind me. I ran until my legs gave out. Stopped only when I reached the gates. That's when I realized she'd lied. She never followed me. I spent years on the streets after that, until the children found me.
The children of the corn? No, not the corn. Hundreds of others in Avalon. You're not special, bro.
But it all lines up. Denholm's local, just like me. If I could remember where my village was, I bet we'd find something to prove it.
Denholm being your father doesn't sound like a problem.
But it is. I swore to myself that if I ever found that bastard, I'd kill him. I don't even remember having a father. It was always just me and Mum.
I mean, you were
probably got
6.
what he wanted from
Who
her
the
and
hell
left.
remembers anything when they're 6? Nobody. Nobody on this planet has this fond memory of before they were 7 years old. You don't know.
Fine. Maybe he didn't. But he still wasn't there when she needed him the most. And now the children say he's a candidate for a knight. What a joke! What kind of knight abandons his son and the mother of his child to be killed by weird beasts? He doesn't deserve any of it.
Have you talked to him about this? You sound like you need a psychiatrist.
Of course not. What could he even say? Sorry wouldn't cut it. And that's only if he regrets anything. Honestly, I don't think I could talk to him without wanting to kill him. And shit. I really wanted to succeed in this mission. The children gave me a home after he left us with nothing. But if it's really him, I can't go into this blind. Not knowing would eat me alive.
I am just looking at my GPU stats right now. My temperatures are 27 degrees. And load is 96%. I'm like, what? 5060 Ti. Don't sleep on it. Just make sure you get the 16 gig model.
You do that, and you tell me the truth. No matter what it is.
Yes, I will. If I was planning to lie to you, I wouldn't admit it, would I?
Thanks. That means a lot to me. And I know you could have just killed me, so I'm grateful you didn't.
I know, right? And it's like 70 something in here. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? I wasn't really paying too much attention to what he was talking about. Oops. He was... Alright, well, what's the quest say that I do this one? Ben believes he's Denham's son. I should ask Legat about his family. Oh, he's busy. Alright, well, I should go talk to him over there. I think this is gonna continue the
Help a soul out on your journey.
main quest. Which is this way. Alright,
Stay quiet. Stay safe.
dude.
I wasn't expecting company.
It's over, Lord Yvain. The time has come to take the Mynir to Camelot. If you care for your people, prove it. The Mynir is fading, and there's no way to reignite it. You know perfectly well that this is the only option.
I know the Mynir is fading, and nothing can stop that, but its power still lingers. I haven't yet exhausted every means to bring it back to life.
And how exactly do you plan to do that, huh? Your druid is useless, and I've never heard of any way to restore a Mynir's power other than Merlin's old rituals.
You're right. The rituals are lost, but the Mynir stays where it is.
What?
At least until I return from the expedition for the Holy Grail. That is Camelot law. An ancient one that neither you nor any of the Knights of the Round Table can break.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? But hear this. If the Mynir's power is completely depleted, we'll have no choice but to leave for Camelot. Protecting the lives of Camelot's subjects takes precedence over any holy mission. That's King Arthur's decree.
I am aware, but you have no authority to order a return to Camelot until the Mynir has completely faded. I know the old laws, Denholm. That's why I choose to evoke them. I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail.
Wow, he grew
Such is my
grew a
will.
pair.
Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Kurnocht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise. Stay and see if you can talk some sense into him. If he's set on this expedition, well, if he's so eager to die, I won't stand in his way.
I'm sorry you had to witness that unpleasant exchange. You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the men here as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return.
Oh, am I gonna go find the Grail? What do you need, bro?
People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins. And, as you've likely noticed, I'm not exactly beloved by my subjects.
No, really? I did that. They like you. Could the Grail really reignite the men here?
I have no idea. But I also have no other choice. I will find the Grail or die trying. I owe it to my people. Those who still believe I can save their homes and their land. My only regret is that I acted so late. Denholm is right. The Menhir is fading. If we fail to return with the Grail in time, the people of Kurnocht will be forced to leave for Camelot or face death here.
Why don't the people respect you? Well, why do we even ask this? Because we already know why.
I suppose I brought it on myself with my indecision. When Camelot came and began pillaging our resources, I stayed silent. Though I shouldn't have. At the time, I thought I had no choice. If I refused Camelot's forces, I risked bringing war to Kurnocht. But I also couldn't bring myself to order my people to leave outright. You can't live your life trying to balance on the fence. But that's exactly what I did. I hoped everyone would be happy. Now, of course, no one is.
Who would want to join you on such a quest?
I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place.
What do you think will convince them to join the expedition?
It's hard to say, and that only proves how much I've lost touch with my own people. Even those as respected as these three. Still, try to approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters.
I've resolved all these people's matters already.
Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless.
Was it the
And
shield?
whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Kurnocht.
Okay, well, I think I need to talk. Oh, wait. Where'd that guy go?
I should stay out of trouble.
You should. Okay, so now that dude's back. But he's sleeping, of course. Oh, that's cool, though. I've got a house right here. Who spends money on a house? You know, mine comes with the butler. Hello, Jeeves. I'm well rested. All right, good day, Jeeves.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Yo. Why did Camelot choose to send you to...
They thought it might be easier for me to connect with the locals, since, technically, I'm one of them. I used to live in a village nearby, but the weirdness swallowed it up, along with my wife and son.
Oh. How did you manage to survive?
I wasn't there. I was busy trying to make a name for myself in the army. I rarely came home. I kept telling myself that once I'd earned a decent position, we'd start a new life in Camelot. My son, he barely knew me, but you know how it is. I thought there'd be more time, that there'd always be a future for us. Well, I was wrong. I wasn't even there to bury them. By the time I found out, it was too late.
Where are they buried?
My friends told me they buried them in a crypt near the town. I haven't even had the chance to visit since I got here. Not that I could. After the weirdness and the Red Death swept through the village, I've heard horrible stories of what happened to the people who decided to stay.
I can clear out the crypt for you.
You would do that?
Sure.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting this. But I'll try to prepare a reward for you if you manage to do
Mashed
this.
potatoes
The crypt was locked down
and
after the outbreak,
sausages, please.
but being Camelot's legate has its perks.
Taters and mash.
Here are the keys that will open the entrance.
All right.
I'll await your return.
Let's see. Was this somewhere I had been before up here? Sounds like it. Yep, right there. Oh, remember we found this place. We were like, oh, we can't go in here. I bet it's a quest. And sure enough, it's a quest. Doo-doo-doo.
If I just stay put, everything. Spare a coin for the hungry.
Maybe. And then we're gonna go... Oh. Oh, fires. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's not close, but it's not far. Ooh, titanium. Oh, go up the rocks, please. Up the up. Up, 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 up the rock. Up the rock. Fuck you. This game is such a fucking troll. Okay, so we're headed back to this. Hey, look, more meteor. Look, a squirrel. I was like, that log grew into that wood. That log grew into that wood. I meant to say that log grew into that stone. Ugh. This is that cemetery. I'm like, there's nothing here. But if you haven't played the game, over there in that direction, there is a lone cemetery. Gravesite. Go explore it. I won't say why. Going into the family crypt, eh? Was it somebody in this crypt? Hello? Can I see your key card? What the hell? He had a magical axe on him? Well, these are all magical-ified. Ilara, claimed by the weirdness, yet her love still glimmers. A lighthouse for her husband's grieving heart. What about this one? Eldrin, his son, silenced by cruel winds of fate, yet his melody still carried a breeze. Garrick, Eldrin, and Lauren, swallowed by the sea's endless wave. Father, mother, and son bound by... Why is he grabbing his son's... I can say, this is your son. I love that I can loot these freaking graves. Mira. Gilbert. Alright, well, I guess clearing out the crypto is all I really needed to do. But I stole a child's skull, so that's cool. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I don't know why it's cool. Make a bowling ball out of it. You know, like those clear resin bowling balls, put a skull in the middle of it. People love that. It's how you honor your lost child. By bowling his head down a bowling alley. Somewhere over here, I believe. Yeah, there's the fast travel this way. It's not on the road. It is on the road, but the road's up here. There it is. So dark. You know, it's dark, but you know, they don't have bowling alleys here, so... Skull bowling. I brought you your child's skull. I didn't know if you wanted to see it or not. Why did I grab the skull? I don't know. Should I talk to the kid first? This one? Oh, he's not there. Oh, he's here.
You're back. You know something, don't you?
Yeah. You were right. Denholm is your father. I found your mother's grave. Denholm's not your father. See? This is the family grave. Give him the child's skeleton.
But I was so sure. Shit! Damn, I almost got myself killed over this. How could I be so stupid? Am I even cut out for this mission? I nearly ruined everything.
You'll be fine. You need to... No, yeah. We gotta feed this anger.
You're right. Though I guess there are plenty of bastards like him in Camelot. But with us, the children there, they'll all pay sooner or later. I just can't let myself forget who my true family is anymore.
That's right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell Self that success is close. I'll make sure I make you proud. All of you.
Alright, here you go. I saw your family grave. But your son's body wasn't there.
You... What? Why? And you think... What? That my son might still be alive?
Yeah, you might be this guy over here.
I don't know whether to thank you or run you through for meddling with my family's grave.
You should
If what you're
probably
saying is true,
thank me?
then there might still be hope. And maybe you're not wrong. You've given me a lot to think about. I'll await your return.
Where's my reward? What? Where? Do you... Over here in the right side of my screen, there should be a reward for finishing that quest. Thanks, guy that was like... Wasn't he supposed to give me a thing? Then we'll go back to work for the children of Morgan. I have to go to... Okay, well maybe she'll give me a reward. Ooh, that's not a good fire.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Hey.
Oh, I know. A little bird told me he'd already taken the final step. I'm sure there were plenty of fake tears and trembling lips. Vin is quite good at that. It would have been a waste to see such talent squandered on his petty grudge.
I know, right?
He needn't have worried. Denholm will pay one day. They all will.
Oh yeah, they will. Will you ever tell Vin the truth?
Maybe. When he's older and has learned the value of patience. I've nothing against a bit of old-fashioned revenge, but everything has its time and place. He needs to see the bigger picture first. That's when you understand there are outcomes far sweeter than death.
Yeah.
But enough of this. I must say, my fledgling, you've surpassed my expectations. So much so that I believe it's time for the next step of your fledging. I want you to make your way to the Forlorn Swords. High in the mountains there, you'll find a very particular nest. All you need to do is fall asleep.
What will happen then?
Well, that's for you to find out, isn't it? I can't tell you more than that.
Every time I come into this cave and hear the water drips, I look around, like, in my house. My old house is still haunting me. And I just need to sleep.
Don't worry. We will see each other again. Now fly, my fledgling. Sweet dreams.
Next time you see me, I will be a crow. Alright, so can't do that quest yet until I finish whatever we're doing. You will be eaten by a huge bird. Oh, I wonder if that has something to do with this crow thing, you know? Maybe the big bird is like the manifestation of... You know, these guys are just sitting here. They just deserve to die. Next! Oh, damn it.
What's that noise?
I'm going to town anyway, so might as well hit that vendor. Sell all that stuff. You'll be eaten by a big bird.
There's no need for violins. Hello
I
there.
become
Looking for
a
something
big
special
bird.
today?
I am. I'm looking to sell you a bunch of crap I stole off a bunch of dead people. Thanks. I'm just looking through this, trying to find doubles. It's like the matching game. BL? You'll be definitely eaten by a huge bird. Let's see. Let's sell that, and that. And this garbage cup. I have 100,000 gold now. That makes me happy. Alright, so now we're gonna talk to the locals to get them on board with going on the quest for the Holy Grail. Because I'm sure that's just going to end in success. Anybody I've known who's gone on that success, like Indiana Jones, they found it. And had a good time doing it. Is this lady even still here? Oh, no, she's not. You piece of Bart. What are you doing? She's actually back at her house helping people instead of wallowing in the cemetery. Crypt, whatever. Find the shield of whatever. No, I need to go here. The Grail cycle. Hey, would you like to join His Majesty on it? Nope. Indy survived, I know, right? So that means this guy may survive. He's kind of like Indiana Jones. Hello, lady. You still wearing this weird things? Here you go. Lord Yvain is looking for trusted allies for the Holy Grail.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path.
I feel like a
Tell
whole bunch
Yvain
of old
I'll
fuddy-duddies
join him on
going
this
out,
holy mission.
going out on this mission. They're just all just, oh, let's just go
May
die.
the All-Mother.
That's cool. Let's see. Where else are these people down there? Oof. Yeah, see, I saved your friend there. So you can go.
Beor's fully recovered. He's doing well and making his own decisions. He doesn't need an old man hovering over him anymore. And, well, to be honest, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm proud of him. But you didn't hear that from me.
You
You've
could tell
done
your
right by
son
me.
you're proud of him.
So I'll give you some advice. This whole expedition is madness. But as they say, sometimes there's method in madness. And I'll admit, I'm glad these old bones can still be useful. I might not think much of our Lord, but I won't turn my back on him when he needs help. This isn't just about him. It's about our home. I'll do whatever I can for Kuanacht. Tell Yvain he can count on me, even if it's the last journey I'll ever take.
Finished Claire last night, and it was a great game. Nice. Glad to hear it. I don't know if we're gonna even have time to play it. There's so many games coming out. Not enough time to play them all. And now that I have this streaming set up, I like streaming again, so I think I want to get the Until Dawn remake. Play that at some point. Go to the, oh, let's open your shop first. Do you have anything I need to take from you before you leave? No. Okay. You go ahead and join Yvain on this
Really?
quest.
What for? The Menhir burns beautifully. Nothing bad can happen now.
Ah, yeah, we need a new Until Dawn bid. I know, right? He says it'll stop Camelot from moving it.
Ah, yes. That makes sense. I can see it now. And he sent you to me. How unexpected. But honestly, I'm not worthy. And I don't think I ever will be. What use is a scatterbrained pseudo-druid who's been abandoned by Mother Nature?
Why don't you just go?
I'd just get in the way. Or worse, I'd put everyone in danger. The maggot inside me is still strong.
I killed the
I
maggot
know it.
inside him.
That's why I have to stay here. To protect others from its influence.
Sir, you need to touch
Tell
grass.
Yvain I'm sorry. I'm honored he thought of me, but I can't join this expedition.
Okay. Oh, I guess he would have gone the way of yes if he was part of the whole quest, but since I shut him out of the quest, that makes sense. Wilford, is that you? Move? Move? Move. Nope, it's not Wilford. Oh yeah, we killed him. Too soon. Oh, there was a game. Clockwork something or other. At the Xbox Games thing was such a cool trailer. It is definitely one I gotta play and stream. Also, Outer Worlds Part 2 looks really good. That's another one I may have to play. Yvain, you got 2 out of 3, and that ain't bad. Go on your journey. You will succeed.
Just keep
or
your
not.
head down.
I wasn't expecting company.
Jesus Christ.
What news? The people I told you about. Have any of them agreed to join me on the quest for the Holy Grail?
Yeah, 2 of them agreed to join.
Well done. Naturally, I would have preferred to bring them all, but 2 will make fine company. Perhaps along the way, we'll meet others willing to lend us their skills. After all, I can hardly believe you're the only one bold enough to roam the world in search for adventure.
Well, I
You've
think
done me a great
I
favor,
am.
so allow me to repay you. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Connacht and earned my deepest gratitude. Let my repayment be the blessing my lineage received from King Arthur himself. Be the shield that watches over Connacht, as House Terion has done for generations.
Am I now the king of this land? Don't see anybody on his throne. He left for the Holy Grail, so seat's open. Oh. Looks like we're in a cool place. I love this place. Sit back, enjoy the music. Say hello to Arthur. Hey, hello.
He was the fire that forged order from chaos. He was the hand that lifted kingdoms, the will that carved a path through darkness. I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful. I am the wall between order and ruin. He was the shelter against the storm. He was the vow unbroken, the bulwark that stood when all else fell.
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now.
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again.
Palamedes, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the Horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamedes. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility?
I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamedes. You never have. Carry it for Avalon. And may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come.
Cool. We've got one more, but then what are these two? Are we gonna get an expansion? Yes, please. Please to all things holy, yes. I want more of this game. I'm not even done. I would pre-order it. I'm that greedy.
Now I understand. The shield isn't an object. It's the bloodline itself. But I also remember the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades, but corruption, compromise, cowardice. Palamedes understood that. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the kingdom we were trying to build. Lord Yvain, a joke of a man. A mere shadow of his ancestor. Not worthy of his title, nor of leading his people.
Aren't you being a bit harsh?
I tried to build something lasting. Something that wouldn't depend on me to survive. I distributed power, tied it to oaths, not blood. Gave regions autonomy, left behind symbols to bind them. But what we've seen so far, that's not a kingdom. That's theater. People playing at being lords and commanders, taking on roles they don't even understand.
We told him, Merlin, we disagree. What did you mean?
Merlin wanted me to become a symbol. But I realized that one person, one myth, won't be enough. This kingdom needed more. It needed to stand on stronger foundations. And so, I left mementos behind, to serve as cornerstones for various facets of the kingdom. It seems we were both wrong about this.
What is it that Denholm and Yvain don't understand?
All I've seen here is fear. Indecisive men wearing the mask of power. But their power comes from symbols they don't even understand. And when a decision needs to be made, they hesitate, When danger appears, they flinch. Denholm, commander of Camelot's forces, is incapable of acting without direct orders. Yvain, a descendant of Palamedes, yet too weak to stand against choices that harm his people. Their fear breeds indecision. If you cannot choose, you cannot protect. And if you cannot protect, Avalon rots.
Go with the first one here. Yvain did choose to seek the Grail.
It was you the men here responded to, and you who rekindled it. You did all the work, turned the situation into something Yvain could exploit. Without that, Kuanacht would still be waiting. For what? A miracle? That's why I have to come back. Without us, without hands that act, this land just waits and rots.
You make it sound so obvious, but this is a rather complex political situation.
Yes, the situation is complex. But that is precisely the burden of a leader. Complexity does not excuse paralysis. And yet they sit in deadlock, doing nothing, while the world around them fractures.
Yeah, the point. What would you do in this situation?
Turn every resource toward understanding why the weirdness is returning and stopping it. Hiding in Camelot is cowardice. Staying here? Stupidity. But what I would do doesn't matter. This is precisely why Palamedes was made Avalon's shield. To judge for himself what serves the people. Even if it meant standing against me.
Why do you think your kingdom isn't prospering?
We gave our people peace. But they've come to take it for granted. Perhaps those who live without struggle grow soft, and in comfort, they let go of their values. Symbols, without the will to uphold them, are little more than ornament.
Except the symbol of the shield. What did Palamedes receive?
I named his bloodline the Shield of Kuanacht, and granted them dominion over this menhir, with full autonomy. The land here is among the richest in Avalon. This place was meant to stand as a counterweight to Camelot's rising power.
What do we do now?
Well, my friend, they still call me the once and future king. Still hold feasts in my name. Feasts won't save them, but action might. We've wasted enough time. Let's move to the Forlorn Swords and find my crown. Let's make me whole. It's the last hope for this wretched kingdom of ruin.
So, Merlin was right, basically. That's what we just learned from all that. Oh look, I can sleep in the king's bed. Nice. Who are you?
The less attention, the better. You startled me.
Whoa.
Ah, there you are. What news do you... Until next time.
Is he gone now? He's gone now. So there's 2 places we get to go now that will unlock because of our new soul thing.
Are you sure you want to do this? You can still back out. Camelot will surely forgive you for this insubordination.
I have no other choice. I will either return with the Grail or die in the attempt. Nothing can change my mind.
Fine. Do as you will. I'll gladly hear people's reactions to their own lord abandoning them, especially now, when all hope is fading along with the Mynheer. Don't say I didn't warn you. Look who woke up. You're a bit late, though. You missed the show. Our Lord gave a rousing speech to his subjects explaining why he's going to leave them in these dire times. I'll leave you two. I need to start cleaning up the mess you made, Yvain. And before I forget, some shady-looking character was looking for you. Didn't tell me his name, but said you're old friends. Said he'll wait nearby.
Greetings, friend of our house. What may I do for you today?
When are you setting out on your quest?
As soon as the necessary preparations are complete. With any luck, it won't take much longer. Ansem will assume my duties in my absence. He is my most trusted man, and he is respected by the people. For now, he's assisting me in gathering supplies. I do not know when or if I will return. Kurnocht and its people must be ready for either eventuality.
In my vision, I met Palamedes. You do him proud.
Really? I hope he supports my decision to embark on the quest for the Holy Grail. Although,
you need
in
all the help
truth,
you can get.
it doesn't really matter. I made my decision, and I'll stand by it. Whether my noble ancestor approves or not. Well, and now you are the shield of my people. I trust you will ensure that his blessing is not squandered.
Your decision brings glory to House Terry.
House Terion ends with me. Lady Maeve was never granted the chance to give me an heir. And I couldn't bring myself to take another wife or continue the lineage while the world I knew crumbled around me. But your words are kind.
Wow.
The story of my family began in glory. And in glory, it will end.
So there'll be no more shield.
I cannot say for certain. But I have faith that Anselm will manage. Truth be told, he's been the one keeping things in order for quite some time now. Since Maeve's passing, I've been all too aware of how much I've neglected my responsibilities. Camelot will keep the peace in my stead. And I can only hope that the people of Kurnocht will come to trust Denholm and his men. We may not agree on every matter, but I cannot deny Denholm's honor. When I return, it will have to be enough. And so, I thank you once more. House Terion is... no, wait. I am personally deeply indebted to you. Because of your efforts, my family has the chance to reclaim the glory it once knew. Farewell.
Bye. It's not that cool. Oh. Cool. Oh, it's this dude again. What do you want?
Well, well. Look at you. Moving along nicely, aren't we? You're piecing him back together faster than I expected. We're getting closer to the end. And since you've proven yourself so capable, maybe it's time. You should have enough power now to enter his mansion. Here, go to this place and see if the door opens for you.
Whose mansion?
No. If you want to know the truth about the man pulling the strings, it's time you took a look behind the curtain. It's the house of someone I once called my employer, Orin. The same one whose plans got you out of the island asylum.
What's in there?
I don't know. We stopped seeing eye to eye on certain things, and our relationship soured.
That's all you wanted?
No, not really. There's one last piece of Arthur's soul waiting for you. The third artifact. His crown, this time. You'll find it deep in the Forlorn Swords, in the capital city of Dalriata. Meet with Gerfan. He'll either attack you on sight, or explain everything patiently, depending on how he feels about... well, you'll see for yourself.
No
How
surprises
would
this
I
time?
know? I'd say going into Dalriata territory is a surprise all on its own. But don't worry. They've got bigger problems at the moment than you sneaking off with their sacred helmet.
And after
Once
that?
you're done, meet me at the Charred Conclave. That's where we'll finish this, one way or another.
Okay. Oh, I think we... Do we have any... Oh. No, we don't have any weird items on us. What do we got? The only... So, in each one, we end up losing just a little bit of... Ah! That's where we're headed. We're going to the Hidden Hand. It's like I forgot. We're not done with this area yet. We still have a couple more things to do.
Stay sharp.
Where's my quest? This way. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring up our perception. Oh, I still have a... Alright, let's go in. The gates of knowledge.
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross, though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable, rest from your hardships, and seek the knowledge you require. And you, brave vessel, remember to heed your lord, King Arthur, now and always.
Okay. Hey, it's that one dude. No, can't get in there. I know, I'm amazing. Hey, Hop, how you doing? I'll talk to you in a second. All right.
Hello. It's a beautiful day, don't you think?
What are you doing in this place? I thought only Arthur could enter this place.
I don't know any Arthur. It's just me, Hob. I'm not really sure why I'm here. I only sat down because this chair looked very comfortable. But between you and me, it's not. I preferred the sand on the beach. It was much softer.
Not sand.
That's possible. I exist. I often find myself in different places, not knowing how I got there. But most of the time, I'm happy. I enjoy this world and the people in it.
Hard to call it a day when you're when we're underground.
Well, that's true. But even so, every day we get to live in peace is beautiful in its own way. If I were you, I'd take a moment to appreciate it.
All right, I will. We keep running into each other.
That's the big question, isn't it? If I had an answer, I'd tell you. But truth be told, I don't. It feels like the world has its own plans for me. And maybe for you too. One moment I'm by the sea or in a beautiful garden, and the next I'm here, chatting with you underground. Like I'm being nudged along by something bigger. Some curse, maybe. I've always wondered about that.
A curse?
Just a thought. Maybe I crossed the wrong person or path a long time ago. And now I'm here, there, and everywhere in between. But you know what? It doesn't bother me. Every place I land has its own charm. I meet people, share a story or two, and move on. Maybe that's what I'm meant to do. Be a wanderer.
Doesn't it make you curious? Why you of all
Maybe
people?
it's not about me. Maybe it's about the people I meet.
Oh.
The places I see. If I'm part of some bigger story, I don't need to know the ending. I just need to enjoy the chapters.
True.
And you, my friend, what chapter are you on? Perhaps we're in the same one for a reason.
You know anything about this place?
Not much, I'm afraid. But all these books, I'd wager it belonged to some kind of scholar. Someone who spent their life chasing knowledge and ideas. Impressive, isn't it? I might even try to read one before fate decides to whisk me off somewhere else. Knowing my luck, I'll only get halfway through. Farewell. And if fate tosses us together again, I'll have a story or two waiting.
magical. Orange journal. Interesting. So like the last time they summoned him, he was like a lifeless monster, or a like not able to speak, growling and waving his fists. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so there's an upstairs, there's a back here, which goes downstairs. We'll go downstairs first. There's ghost.
My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. Know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring you back. But their sacrifice was not in vain. With you here, Avalon has a chance to become a true paradise. And now, I believe I've found the way to make it happen.
Alright, well. He's like, I have to sacrifice you. It's been a shift among the knights of the round table. Today, yet another Lancelot came to me demanding I summon the king. Once again, my arguments fell on deaf ears. I told him it's too soon. I still don't have a way to restore Arthur full. He didn't believe me when I told him the state of the king appeared in the last time, and I was bound by my oath, so I obeyed. Arthur returned, broken beyond use. He couldn't support the knights this time. He could barely remain upright. Palamedes died on the spot the moment he saw him. His heart gave out from the shock. Even Lancelot finally agreed with his predecessor. The moment we left the resurrection chamber and the rest of the knights went off to plan the next campaign, a stranger ran up to me. It took me a moment, but it was Caradoc, my old friend. The one who once agreed to be the subject of immortality experiments back before Merlin declared that immortality was no longer enough. I was glad to see him, and even more glad for the idea he brought. Caradoc reminded me of the wording of, in his oath. I must answer the call of the Knights of the Round Table, but what if they can't reach me? What if they can't summon me or find me at all? Right now they use a summoning spell to call me into the service, but if I can create a space where the spell cannot take hold, they'll be unable to reach me, and so I will be unable to answer. That will give me what I've never had, dash time. Time to work in a peace on a way to restore King Arthur in a way in all the glory and majesty he once commanded and still deserves. Hey look, I read it aloud. Don't get used to that. That's just, this is so special. I must read it. part 3 of the journal. This is part 3 of 3. I won't lie, my workshop, hidden deep in the weirdness, serves its purpose brilliantly. Kardak tells me the knights have tried summoning me more than once, but the call's going good. I have time to reflect on Merlin's methods, and I have come to believe my master made one critical mistake. As difficult as soul splitting may be, it's still possible, but the summoning that should have drawn all the fragments of Arthur's soul, not just the aspects we happened to need at the time. When the knights needed Arthur the warrior, we would call upon Excalibur. When the Dalrita stirred, we reached the crown. Why, Merlin? Why did you ever think that this was a good idea? Made Arthur who he was the fact that he was whole. He cannot treat his soul like a tavern platter, picking only the cut that suits our appetite. Poor Arthur. If only I'd thought of this sooner, perhaps I could have spared him much suffering. I know my masters fear that by merging Arthur's soul with the essence of a Four-Dweller, or rather by awakening what was buried deep within him, we'd create something too powerful to return in its original form after death. And yes, I agree, the risk was immense, and his body too ruined to host such a return. But after consulting with Caradoc, I believe I found a solution. What if we could free the Arthur the Four-Dweller locked away beneath the island asylum? If I can convince the Red Priest to begin experiments that strengthen body and mind through the weirdness, perhaps we can create a vessel strong enough to carry all the fragments, one capable of pulling them home. I'll ask Caradoc to scatter my writings across the asylum, let him speak with the Pope, let him explain that the weirdness as pure potential might just cure the Red Death, and that their research should follow this path. Soon, my king, we will meet again, and I will restore you to your former glory and light, even if I die trying. Okay. We love ourselves a wine goblin.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for you, my king. I've memorized Merlin's plan for your resurrection. Yet I'm certain my master made a mistake somewhere. I just can't pinpoint quite where. The theory of revival itself, the technique for performing the ritual was flawless. After all, you always return to us. But I saw how much suffering each resurrection caused you. I wanted to find a way to bring you back to us as the person you truly wished to be.
That's it, huh? Okay. Forlorn. Oh, no. We still have one grave to go. Of one of the knights. right here. A little bit of Pokemon, gotta collect them all. What the fuck? Oops, hit the wrong button. Hey, I made it through anyway. Whoops. Now, this music is rather loud. Doesn't seem to. What the fuck? This place is spooky. A little spooky AF. What the fuck, man? A jester costume. Okay. I have no idea whose bones these were anyway. Well, I can't set this in here. Okay. So actually, we're going back in because we're crazy. I did not explore what was in here. Oh. Okay, I get it. They're like, you thought Lancelot's grave was awesome. Here's a oh, there's nothing great in this grave. Good luck.
You don't look too pleased. Did the trickster play us for fools?
He did. About your guild. Yeah. When will I meet the other members of the world?
I've been dreading that question. I won't lie. You've already met them all, I'm afraid. I'm the last remaining member of the guild, and have been for the past 100 years. Well, until now. You can see why I was so excited for you to join.
You're over 100 years old?
A long life is a gift the wordness grants to many, but to me, it's been even more generous than most. Maybe I'll live only as long as I'm needed, or maybe longer. Whatever the wordness wills, I'll accept it, like I always have.
You speak of the weirdness like it's a sentient being.
It's a bit more complicated than that. The wordness is our fears, our desires, and the mark we leave on this world. It can be whatever we wish it to be.
I want it to be ice cream.
Whatever it chooses to make of
What
us.
flavor of ice cream would it be?
We are part of the wordness, and it is part of us. It shapes us, yes, but we can shape it in return. Not as well as the Four Dwellers once could, but perhaps all we need is time.
So the guild doesn't exist anymore. Not really, but you speak as if it does.
I was brought into the guild by Eleanor Dunn, a royal geographer who found the one dearest to her soul among my tribe. She lived among us for many years, but when her beloved became one with the wordness, Eleanor was allowed to prepare her body for the last rites, yet never truly as one of us. My people accepted their bond, but never her. So she left, and I followed her, as a good daughter should, even if not by blood. I met a few more members as I traveled with her, but over time, they grew fewer and fewer, until only I was left. But as long as one of us is still alive, so is the guild, and I won't let my second family be forgotten.
Alright. My Dagnant left a note. Seems he wasn't eager to serve Arthur again.
Well, you've seen it for yourself. He wasn't your average knight. He was always praised for his cunning and his devotion, both to his fellow knights and to the realm. But he was also a clever man, always thinking ahead. I suppose one lifetime of battles is enough for some. If he wishes to be left in peace, who are we to deny him?
I'm the king?
Keep going. Avalon has more to show you.
Alright. I think we're headed to the Forlorn Swords after we talk to our good friend. About the Tomb of Lancelot.
Oh, Lancelot. It was painful to watch what became of him.
How was Lancelot before?
Confident, steadfast, eloquent. Nothing like the tormented soul you've seen. He was admired by the people and by his fellow knights. He had quite the following, though he never seemed to care for it. Only later did I realize how wrong I had been. He was also much sought after. Left a trail of broken hearts wherever he went. But there was only one he ever held in his heart. And that was Avalon.
Did Lancelot truly betray you?
I always believed Lancelot to be honest to a fault. He never hesitated to speak his mind. And I valued that in him as much as his loyalty. I trusted him completely. And I thought his faith in me, in my vision for Avalon, was just as strong. But it wasn't. I don't know when or how that trust was lost. And to this day, it still pains me. But know this. Even in betrayal, Lancelot never sought to serve himself. He was a good man. Yet even the best of men can falter and lose their way.
Will you forgive him?
I forgave him long ago. What saddens me is that he still cannot forgive himself. But I understand why. The rebellion he led hurt not only me, it wounded all of Avalon. And Lancelot always hated senseless bloodshed.
Just ignore the forlorn or foredweller ghost that's about to attack
Perhaps
us.
fighting by our side will finally bring him peace.
We're having a conversation here, mister. Could you let us talk here? Who was Dagnit in your time?
A truly fascinating man. He started out as a court jester, but it quickly became clear he was quite skilled with the blade as well. At first, I suspected he might be a spy for an enemy kingdom, but after he saved my life one day, my perspective changed.
That tends to change your perspective.
Of course, he still could have been a spy, but I decided to keep him close and watch him carefully, just in case. In time, though, he proved to be a loyal companion. He earned my trust, and without hesitation, I knighted him.
What do you think of his message?
Well, it didn't surprise me much. That was Dagonet through and through. He always spoke his mind, caring little for what others might think. Even when it was my judgment he questioned. Only he and Palamedes ever dared to speak their minds openly in my presence, without fear of giving offense. Dagonet was decidedly less diplomatic than Palamedes, but it was precisely that honesty I valued in them both. Besides, from the start, he had a rare gift for foreseeing how things would unfold. I dare say, he even managed to make me laugh one last time.
I guess we'll leave, because we've got to deal with this guy here. Whoa, you're a beast. Even with my superpowers, this guy is crazy strong. Can you get away from the wall, please? and fast travel back to town real quick. Sell all the stuff I just got.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
If it's quality...
Hello there. Increase physical damage by 100%. I'll take the money, thanks. Alright, so I'm gonna say this place is pretty much completed. Let's head to the Forsworn Swords in the Mountains. I just got the achievement. Visit all the areas of Avalon. This is it. Hello.
You're from outside, aren't you?
I mean, how did
Silly
you
question.
guess?
You don't look like anyone from the tribes. Tell me, do you know anything about One Eye? Where he's stationed now?
Oh, I killed him. Since we're talking, maybe we should introduce ourselves?
Of course. I'm Olwyn of the Spain tribe, though I don't know if they'll let me keep that name after running away like this. But I don't care. My tribe isn't what it used to be. I doubt anyone's still alive anyway.
What happened to your tribe?
I don't know if I can talk about it. It's still too raw, you know? Something terrible happened. Truly terrible. Our god, the Lord of the Hunt, he got out of wherever he was being kept. And then he did what gods like him do. He hunted. Faithful or not, it didn't matter. There was so much blood. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it.
I mean, you just did. Can I visit?
Even under normal circumstances, that would be risky. Our archers would drop you the moment you stepped on our land.
I mean, they would try.
I don't know how many are left, but if I were you, I'd go to Gurfhan first. He can give you a pass, so you can visit the tribes without, well, getting shot. So if you value your life, go to the capital first. After that, wander as much as you like. So, about One Eye.
Got it, okay. What? What are these options? One Eye probably still holds the All Temples. No, One Eye is dead. One Eye got his face destroyed by some kind of spell or something. I don't know.
Well, no news is good news, right? I'm on my way to join him. Maybe I'll be of use somewhere else. After what happened here in my tribe, the Spain, I'd rather die for something than die for nothing. Well, thank you for the information, and see you in better times.
Alright, well, I don't know what this person's name was. Do they have a name? Let's load real quick. Just so I can write a bug report real quick. Again, the game likes to break when I do things that are unexpected or out of sorts. Okay, what is your name, young lady? Olwyn. O-L-Wyn. I'm so bad at remembering things. O-L-Wyn. Was that it? I think that's it. Let's see. Olwen asks about One Eye. And I can't tell her he's dead. I killed him. Olwen, the first NPC in whatever zone this is. Forlorn Swords area. Asks about One Eye, and in my version of the histories, One Eye died by my blade, and I'm unable to tell her this. Instead, she thinks she's going to join him. But I have no intention of killing her.
You're from outside, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Of course, but...
What happened to your tribe?
e-
One Eye, I don't know.
Well...
Unfortunately, you're gonna go join some people that probably aren't even there. Oh wait, there, yeah, I know for a fact nobody's there. Okay, so she said, do not wander around. Go straight to the capital before, because if I wander around, the Del Rita will destroy my face. So, where is the capital? Fudge me, it's all the way over there. How am I supposed to not wander? How? What quest am I to long defeat? After fighting this okay, so I guess I just take this road straight forward and it will eventually lead me into this. I'm gonna stay on the road. I'm gonna stay on the road. I will stay on the road. This road? This way. Stay on the road. I will click on this thing. I will show me red around me. There's a person, but I'm staying on the road. There's a person. I gotta talk to this person. Ooh, you look cool. How do you see anything?
Hello there, and sorry I haven't much time for chatter, I'm afraid.
When was that?
I was just about to set off again. I don't like traveling after nightfall. Gods know what slithers in the dark. Weirdness. Now that one's got a cruel appetite. Chews up lives like bread crusts. So best keep moving, right?
Yeah, you're delightful.
Oh, of course. In all this hurry, I forgot my manners. My name is Fillmore. But do not call me a lady. Though, my father would probably prefer it that way. Some knights aren't too fond of having a woman among them.
Maybe your father's just scared of you. Oh, for you. Why'd you become a knight?
Why? I suppose I thought it would make me count. People notice a knight. They move aside when you pass. I read that even among the Knights of the Round Table, there were few women. Percival, for example. Oh, what a wonderful life she must have had.
Well, let me tell you about what happened to Percival. Some would say it wasn't a great life.
Yes. He's a bit, overprotective. Especially when it comes to the family name and what people say. He never made it to the Round Table himself, so he pinned his hopes on my brothers. One ended up as a bodyguard, the other took priestly vows. That left him bitterly disappointed, and, well, he didn't have much belief left in a daughter. Even if I've come much, much farther than they ever did.
Where are you headed?
Forlorn Swords. But, if you don't mind, I'd rather keep the purpose of my journey to myself for now. I'd hate to jinx it, having come this far already. The road to Burrow to Connacht wasn't easy, and there's still much ahead.
Are you not afraid of the Del Rita tribe?
Yes. I heard they're not really friendly to outsiders. But I've no intention of getting in anyone's way. I'll keep to the paths that seem long forgotten. Besides, I'm not exactly searching for something most folk would care about anyway. Thank you. Safe travels, kind wanderer.
When I become king, she'll be the next Percival. And then she'll really hate me because Percival did not have a good time. I'm staying on the road. Staying on the road. Eyes in front. It's not my fault. He was in my line of sight. I'm staying on the road. A cold fade. Okay, well, the monsters hit a little harder here. Oh, there's a cave right there. Nope. Straight forward. Straight forward. He was coming straight for me. I'm sure this is safe. Straight forward. Oh, you didn't even die. Even the undead are a little stronger. Oh, they got Del Rita armor. Is this stuff worth any money? I don't know why I worry about money at this moment. No, it's not, so. I really don't need to worry about money. I have 100,000 bucks. Hello? Hello? Staying on the road. Staying on the road. Look at that cool sword. That's cool. I'm not gonna look in that cabin, even though I really want to. I'm staying on the road. Okay, the road goes this way. There's goblins over there, but I'm staying on the road. What? Guess I'm not at the capital yet.
Stay focused. You'll regret this. Did you hear something?
Ooh. Scrap iron. Hey. I was like, don't let that sword fall down. Look at him go! And he's gone. He's out of here. That was a freaking great shot. I'm avoiding them because the lady at the start of the zone said that I'll be attacked by all the Del Rita if I don't get my pass first. And so I'm being good and I'm trying to get my pass.
Did you hear something?
What are you using? That's like a tree branch? I might should give you guys some actual weapons.
Your money or your life?
my money or my life. Well, yeah, like the NPC literally said it. So I'm like, if they wouldn't say that if it wasn't true, right? Okay, so which way do I need to go? I need to go this way. See, look, there's a hole in that wall. I'm not going after it. I'm just gonna run forward. It's cool. I just run forward. There's grass over here. I was gonna pick it, but I can't pick it. Goblins. Oh, not even goblins. Some kind of frostbitten thing. Oh, I thought those were like some kind of berries. Get out of here. Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't even care that I don't get the loot when I do that. It's worth it every time. Here's a frozen croakmore. Here, let's go ahead and give ourselves... By the way, we just hit level 50. Hell yeah, is all I can say. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up our perception a little bit. Skills, we'll go back to health and do this last one here. I don't even... Okay. I saw there's a thing over there. I'm just gonna keep going forward. He has a titanium arrow? I'll take it. Okay. We're headed the right direction still. It's foggy. Oh. I can't stop myself. I don't need it. The fuck was that? Like I couldn't see it, so I had to hit it. This just iron? Okay. I don't know what the new anything is. Like, do I get like a new tier of stuff? Who knows? Don't kill me, please. I'm nice. Well, to some people. I made it to the capital. This is the capital! Alright.
Sensed your approach, my king. I, Gurfan of the Gunvaldir tribe, salute you as my forefathers decreed.
Titanium arrow made out of the golf club. How do you know I'm not alone? Yes, it is I, King Arthur. It is good that you are not bowing.
All right, you've had your fun. Now, since it seems like Arthur hasn't completely taken you over, we can speak like normal people. Tell me, how does it work with the two of you? Does the king speak through you sometimes? Or is he just a passenger in your head? Will he ever come out and talk to me face to face? Or does he just sit there quietly, never getting involved? Either way, I've got a few things to say to him. Not exactly polite ones.
We talk in specific conditions.
Ah, so he won't be speaking. Still too weak, is he? Not surprising. Well, then give my regards to the old man. Tell him the Gunvaldir tribe stayed loyal to the old treaties right to the end. The same can't be said of the Camelocians. Pack of cowardly dogs without honor. I hope Arthur's squirming in your head, seeing what his beloved capital has been up to.
What kind of treaties did you have with Arthur?
Normal ones. Honorable.
Normal.
He entrusted us with the forlorn swords and his crown, the one he used to command giants. We were sworn to guard them. In return, Camelot was supposed to leave us alone, now and forever. But the Camelocians didn't hold up their end of the deal. May their souls rot in the weirdness. Can you hear me,
May
Arthur?
their souls
The
rot in
treaty
the
is
weirdness.
rubbish. I'm rallying the tribes, and we're marching on Camelot. Nothing can stop us anymore. Except ourselves, damn it.
Well, King Arthur wants to reclaim his home. I came here for Arthur's home.
Why? He's barely gotten his life back, and not even all of it. Does he have a death wish or something? There's a passage, sure. And if you're Arthur, it will open for you. Go ahead, if you think you're strong enough. Nobody's gonna stop you. But let me warn you, it's not gonna be an easy journey, or a short one.
I can enter the King's Threat dungeon and get the crown whenever I feel I'm strong enough.
Well, the giants are asleep, at least on the surface. But below, what if they wake up when they see Arthur? I doubt they'll be happy. And if the giants weren't enough, there are still the monsters, and other surprises. The legends about this place make it all pretty clear. If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. At least, not until you're sure you have the strength to handle what's hiding inside.
All right.
Or without the blessing of the tribes, as agreed 600 years ago. You'd know that if you remembered our agreements, Arthur.
Blessings of the tribe.
Yes. The funny thing about our king, as you may already know, was that he was pretty sure of himself and his abilities. He knew he could march in there, grab his crown whenever he wanted, so he didn't sweat when he made a deal with our ancestors. He said he'd come back for his royal hat only if the kingdom was in a dire situation and if all tribes agreed to let him. Traditionally, this was meant to be done during a moot, an assembly of the tribes, and I'm calling one, so we can help each other out, if you're up for it.
Sure. What do you need?
Well, I need the chieftains to come here, because we have to agree on a united front if we're going to fight Camelot. And I want to make damn sure that we fight Camelot not as a solitary tribe, like hot-headed One-Eye once, but as a united force.
Speaking of One-Eye,
I'm worried that something might be keeping them from leaving their villages. I'd like you to look into it.
Why would these tribes listen to an outsider?
They won't. Our tribes aren't exactly known for getting along, and gathering them all in one place at the same time. That's almost a miracle. But now they've left Gunvelder in its time of need, and they're ashamed. And that's even worse. That's why you have to shame them even more, so that they have no choice but to come here or risk their honor. And if they say they won't come because, then you'll deal with a because, right? After all, you're the king, aren't you?
All right, I'll help out.
Exactly. There's only one sane course of action, but you do you. I'll be waiting. I'm not going anywhere. As a Gunvelder, I've got nowhere to go anyway.
So you want to invade Camelot, huh?
An eye for an eye. There's no other way. Does that surprise you? I was the one who honored the old treaties Camelot violated. I was the one who tried to convince One-Eye not to throw people into guerrilla warfare, but to organize a proper military campaign instead. But for that, I'd need united tribes. And getting us all to work together on our own turf? That's proven to be exceptionally difficult.
You do you, really, yeah. That's how they spoke back then. You didn't know that? That's in the Bible, I think. It says you do you. Why did Camelot attack?
If you ask me, I got scared. The giant in our village started glowing. Maybe waking up, maybe coming alive. Whatever it is giants do. We were glad, though the other tribes, not so much. They envied us, no doubt about that. And that's probably why they didn't lift a finger to help when Camelot invaded our lands. Us, the Dalrita, we have changed. We're a shadow of our ancestors. But we were not the first to raise our weapons.
You were glad the giant was coming
Well,
alive.
you see, the giants for us are a bit like gods. We call them our protectors. It's a tradition dating back to the battles of the Age of Legends. The Dalrita befriended the giants long before Arthur ever did. There was peace between us, even when we stood on opposite sides of the war. We honor them because we believe that when they awaken, they will repay our care with their protection. It's good to have allies like them.
Tell me more about your tribe.
What can I tell you? We're gone. Only a few of us are left, scattered across all of Avalon.
His armor's pretty cool.
I'm still here, and so is One Eye. He's convinced he can take Camelot with a handful of hot-headed youngsters. Foolish dreams, suicide, call it what you like. We were brave, proud, and deeply connected to nature. Each of us bonded our soul to an animal, sharing strength between us. I won't tell you more than that. I don't want to. I can't. All of this is still too fresh for me, too raw.
So about One Eye, no, look, I don't get that option. Come on, guys.
King Arthur. His presence clings to you like a shadow, unmistakable to those who still remember him. Your words, your actions, they carry the weight of him. The way you stand, even your damn stubbornness. Arthur always left his mark on those he touched. The Gunvelder haven't forgotten. Betrayed by Camelot or not, our blood still remembers the old king. But don't mistake my recognition for trust. If Arthur truly walks with you, prove it. Show me his legacy still lives and breathes.
How many tribes are there?
As of now, 4. The Volker, the Svein, the Ulfra, and the Toyd. Each one with its role, each one with its problems.
Tell me about the Volker.
The Volker were our berserkers, Mather's chosen warriors, unstoppable in battle. But Mather abandoned them, or so they believe. Now their rage is dulled, and they're slipping into despair. If we don't reignite their spirit, we risk losing them entirely.
And the Sven?
The Sven are hunters and guardians of something ancient, what they call a god. Forest devilry, if you ask me. Dangerous enough for us to keep our distance.
And the Ulfra?
The Ulfra are warriors, the best of us. Or they were. They've gone silent. No word from their chieftain, no sign of life near the haunted keep. I fear what might have befallen him. Mages, clever but strange. Their power is real, but their methods, unsettling. They see the world differently. Useful in a fight, but don't expect to understand them. Still, strength is strength, even if it's wrapped in riddles and sparkles. Each tribe carries a part of our legacy. If we are to stand together again, we'll need them all, even the ones who've lost their way.
Regarding the move.
Yes? Who have you managed to convince?
Nobody. I killed One Eye, though. Just so you know. The long defeat. So I guess if I wanted to, I could open this door. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I see. It goes that way. Yeah, I probably have to get their blessing. You know. I'm not in this to beat this right this second. Let's get the blessings of all the tribes. I'm sure they won't have any problem with the fact that I killed so many of their people. There's some wine there. There's a horse up there. Horse is a horse, of course. Did I not run past this thing? Take a look at this. Work. Now it's time to explore. There's a cave over here. Let's start there. You have the badge? I mean, I don't have any other... conversations with them, so I'm assuming I have the badge. Did it not look like there was an actual person there? It looked like there was a person there. Did it disappear on us? It's pretty cool. Oh, there's coins. What's that coin? Coin. Little bear. What the little bear? Okay. Bears? Okay, so we have the long defeat, we have sweet dreams. Let's go that way. I've been known to conquer mountains. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. Much like a goat, I got down that mountain pretty easy. Well, I'm not jumping that. Is there another foggy thing over here? A deer shrine. Oh, stag father, please let me killeth all these stags. That's right. Well done. Slaughtered me some stags. Oh, what's in there? It's an old mine. Sweet dreams are made of something. I think coffee cake? That makes a sweet dream. Banana bread. Sweet dream right there. Yes, all my dreams revolve around food. And if you have a problem with that, it's okay. It's your prerogative. I'm not your mom. A hefty spear. Looks like there's creatures in this mine. Beds I can't sleep in. Not very exciting, that mine. They're all dead. Okay, so what the hell is that? I don't know what that is, but it's dead. This is copper. I don't need any copper. Pretty cool. There's no berries to pick. Is this like a town? I guess it is. We'll go to it. Hello there.
Not another step. You. Who are you? And why do you think you belong here?
Need to speak with your people.
Not here, you don't. Ulfraland ain't for outsiders. Not unless the voice of the tribe says otherwise. Trust me, I wouldn't let you in if you were King Arthur himself. Especially not him. He'd have a sword up his ass before he took a step past this gate.
That's the matter.
Seal looks real enough. Fine. Go on in. But don't cause trouble. We don't take kindly to outsiders sticking their noses where they shouldn't.
Well. Do you
Don't
have anything
make
else
me
to say? No? Okay.
Hey, you. Gefon sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the moot.
More or less.
Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider world. Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside the tribes to help him with something. That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person I came across. His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't miss it.
Right. Guess I'll meet him at the forge. Is that way? That way up there? Hey.
Oi,
Oi.
don't I know you from somewhere?
Were you? Yeah, we were in prison, yeah.
Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor from that cursed hole. Tell me, friend, how did you manage it? That hooded fellow helped you, didn't he? I need to know everything.
Sure, yeah, Karduk. Not sure how I feel about him yet.
If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, he must have really done something to rub you the wrong way. You know, among the Dalriada, when someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay it. Usually by saving theirs. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. Respect is enough. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
Same old, the world's ending, the weirdness is scaring the wits out of people, just another day.
Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to get back to my own people. Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Dalriada like we're some necessary evil. Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful, but once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay, thanks. Dalriada will always be Dalriada, even if they're not my own tribe.
Why didn't this tribe help?
Who knows?
This other tribe.
I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. I was already rotting in the asylum. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep. Or maybe I'd have died an honorable death. I only know this. Thrigve forbade it. And the Ulfrats obey him like hounds chasing their master. Even now, in his current form.
What do you think of this?
Not my chieftain, not my problem. We Gunvald worshipped our own giant. Wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's glowing. No one knows why. The Thoid called it a blessing. Told all the Dalriada they should rejoice. But if you ask me, they got scared. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Thoid, who told us to be happy about our giant.
About uniting the tribe.
Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up their own arses, acting like their problems are the only ones that matter. Well, who doesn't have problems, eh? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we can't see past our own noses. It's bloody senseless.
One Eye's rebellion was crushed by the combined forces of the Horns of the South and Camelot. Really? Really? I get no freaking credit?
Figures. Say what you will about Camelot, but they've got strength. Armies, machines, the works. Even united, they'd have been a hell of a foe. What was One Eye supposed to do with his ragtag bunch? Steal supplies? Chop down some trees? No, it was doomed from the start. If we'd all stood together, maybe. But he went ahead alone, and now it's over. Simple as that.
I guess diplomatically, it's probably better for me not to say, oh yeah, I slaughtered One Eye. You know, because they seem to have some type of caring.
No. You're not a Dalriata. And you're too scrawny.
Too scrawny?
Wouldn't make much of an impression.
On who?
I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight. So Concha would see it and say, bloody hell, that Thyka's strong. I'd love to wrestle her. But with you, it just wouldn't work.
I'm strong enough to fight you.
This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer.
What do you even see?
Just look at him. Those shoulders, like he could tear limbs off. Those massive fists. Must have crushed dozens of skulls. And the scars. Look how long and thick they are. He's taken so many blows and he's still walking, breathing, like nothing ever happened.
Doesn't it bother you that he's from another tribe?
What does that matter when he's as strong as an Ulfr? Sure, there are things he still needs to learn about us, but I'd help him with that.
So that's how they court people?
How else could it be? What do your people do when they want to, you know?
They write romantic letters. Knights fight in tournaments for ladies' honors. They give little gifts. I'm gonna go with romantic letters.
Look at me. Can you picture me writing romantic letters?
Why not? Open your eyes.
Then you might need your head checked.
You know what? Knights fight in tournaments.
And the women don't fight. They just sit and watch. Mata, I'd die of boredom.
They give little gifts.
Handkerchiefs? Like he's got a cold? How the hell does a handkerchief show him I can fight? Well, I could give him a good wallop.
Great idea. Hit him. That'll definitely work.
I wish, but I don't want to hurt him either. It's so stupid. I'm acting like some daft Camelot girl around him. Ugh.
What can you tell me about
Our chieftain?
the chieftain?
What's there to say? He's the strongest, so he leads. Even if the giant hadn't marked him, no one would have matched him.
All
We'll
right.
talk again someday.
I'd really like it if you were a shop. I would love to sell some random shit to somebody. But, you know, we'll go over to this guy's forge. Maybe he's a shop. Forge people like to be shop people. Hey, Stoner.
Egil sent you, did he? I'm Stroner, a blacksmith.
Not Stoner.
What brings you to our village?
Yeah. The
that
dude
kind
sent
of
me.
order should go straight to Thrigvi, though I doubt he'd be eager to leave his throne. Until a new chieftain is chosen, Thrigvi won't attend the moot.
The voice of the tribe sent me to help with whatever needs to stop them from.
Well, that's good news. You're just the kind of person I've been hoping for. To help with Thrigvi, that is.
What's going on?
Thrigvi always dreamed of surpassing mortal strength, of becoming as mighty as the giants. He became obsessed with the lone pillar near our village. The Ulfr might not be known for their writing, but we have our legends. Thrigvi found out the pillar was a place where giants entrusted their souls to the Fore-dwellers, whatever that means. So we had a throne forged into the pillar and sat on it during a weird night. What happened after that changed everything for our tribe.
Was he possessed?
I wouldn't call it madness. Thrigvi stopped being human. He grew to a monstrous size and gained unimaginable strength. He became something other. After that, human concerns no longer mattered to him. Yet he's still Ulfr, bound by our customs and rules. It might not mean much to an outsider, but trust me, it's a very dangerous situation.
Sounds like he may need to die. You can't choose a new chieftain?
We tried. The moment we declared a new chieftain, Thrigvi appeared out of nowhere and killed the contender with a single blow. Then, like nothing had happened, he returned to his slumber. After that, the Ulfr began worshipping him like a god. Hard to believe, considering our disdain for magic and religion, isn't it? Yet, here we are. Don't be surprised if you hear them singing his praises, or fawn. They're terrified of his power, although none of them will admit it.
Ooh, you got a shop. What do you got? You got some wood, ember seed, sharpening stones, feathers, frost shard. Sell some random crap. These things are not worth holding on to. I'm not gonna get into poisoning. That's not in the cards for me. I'm carrying more and more and more stuff. It's probably this stuff that's weighing me down the most. One of these days I'll go out and clean this inventory. Do that at some point. Tell me about your tribe.
The Ulfr are a proud people, always the first to charge into battle. For us, an honourable fight is the greatest glory and duty. We are also renowned for our blacksmiths, the finest and the forlorn swords. Our weapons and armour are unmatched all across Avalon. But now we've lost our way. When Gunvaldr called for aid, and Thrigvi forbade us from going, most of us stayed behind. It's the greatest shame of our tribe, and I know many feel the same. I don't know for sure. Thrigvi doesn't speak much these days, not in his current state, but I have a theory it probably had something to do with the awakening giant of the Gunvaldr tribe. Many tribes envied them for it, and Thrigvi has a special connection to the giants. Maybe that played a role in his decision. Yes, definitely. The Ulfr might be stubborn, but we've always valued unity among the Dalrita. Without Thrigvi's influence, there'd be no question, but his shadow looms large. It's hard to see a way forward while he's on that throne.
No, it really does sound like I need to kill this guy.
The only way to remove an Ulfr chieftain is through an honorable duel, but there's no honor in fighting something like him. Perhaps my mentor Darvan knows how to defeat him. He won't tell me. He says he's afraid I'd try to face Thrygvi myself, and honestly, he's probably right. If I knew how to bring him down, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But Darvan thinks if our plans were discovered, I wouldn't live to see another day. He's probably right about that too. My brothers have grown unpredictable.
I'll deal with him.
Are you mad? Thrygvi is practically a demigod. No mortal can defeat him.
I'll go to this person and find out what I need.
Smart choice. He lives in the second largest house in the village. You'll find it easily enough. I'll be here if you need anything else.
Okay. I am gonna AFK for 30 seconds. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Just had to feed the cats and get some more water. Alright, so we have to find this dude to do some more shenanigans. Can I do some crafting in this place? Where's the little crafting? Well, no, I didn't. I saw an E and I was like, do it! They won't let me use this forge? Ah, there we go. Let's do not it. Well, let's make some more arrows. Because we can. Craft many. And do 50. Holy moly. That gave me 11 levels in handcrafting. Let's do another 50. Nice. So it's gonna do that a whole bunch of times. Let's see. Attached relic. We probably still have some relic spots open. Hey. Let's see. We've got a dash. We got increased max health. Sure. And then we've got the stamina one and ignite enemies when they hit you in close combat. Hell yeah. We love setting people on fire. And then weapons, I still think we're still using the best weapon thing there. Physical attacks give you some mana. Weapons deal 10% damage. Yeah. Let's go to my bow. Go ahead and add some more damage to this. That sets people on fire. Ooh, this one doesn't have anything. Let's do... that one and that. This also has some spots. But I actually hate that cape. I'd like to get that cape replaced at some point. I do want to upgrade my weapon. It costs some titanium and some money. Look at the percentage is going up. This is costing 18,000 per go. I want to see if there's a max. Hey, I think I maxed it out. There you go. Plus 10 is the max you can do. Nice. It cost... Oh, wait. It actually... You might be able to do more. I think it disappeared because I ran out of money. I just spent over 100,000 bucks. Whoops. Well, you know... I'm back to being poor again, so let's loot all the people again. How's my weight on everything? Okay, doing good there. Sorry, that handcrafting thing is gonna go off just a couple more times. Okay, so weirdness. Oh, here's the stash. All right. Let's throw all these stupid spells in the stash. I'm not gonna use. I only use one spell. Technically, they have some weight. Not gonna use that. We'll keep that in my inventory in case. Alright, let's... You know what? If I run into something that needs these, I will come back. Oh, actually, these don't weigh anything. Oh, whatever. Sorry for the flashing on the screen. We'll do this really quickly. Almost done. Look at that. I'm at 70 weight now. 60. I can carry an army's worth of equipment. Hey, okay, stop. Alright. So now I can carry 300 pounds. That was worth it. Okay, so I guess I gotta go up there. The Hall of the Stone Wardens.
Well, I'll be. I'd offer you my hand, stranger, but with the stone sleep taking me away, I reckon that's not the best idea. Still, I'm glad to see a new face before I leave this world behind. Especially someone with such a rare way about them. My name is No Leg. You're the last living soul outside my kin to hear that name.
Stone sleep.
I am a stone warden, and by our custom, a day comes when a stone warden begins to slip into the stone sleep. We give ourselves to the ore. Stone our forebears carved through for ages, raising halls and strongholds from its heart. We become yet another monument to the forlorn swords.
Do you need any help?
No. I'm just fine with how things are.
I want to know more about the stone sleep. Is it
Depends
painful?
on who you ask. Me, I feel no pain. Just peace. I knew what I was signing up for. Every stone warden does. But not all see it the same way. My family passed long ago, so I leave no one behind. But Olaf, he still has his daughter, Fuska. And she's been arguing with Darvan for weeks now, fighting over what should become of her father.
How long does it
It's
take?
a deeply personal thing. Different for everyone. I've known stone wardens who felt the first signs of the stone sleep at dawn, and by the next dusk, they were already searching for the place they'd turned to stone. And I've known others where it took years. There's no rule to it. I don't count the days anymore, but I can feel it's nearly time for me to choose a place for myself.
Oh, well, that explains all those stone bodies we kept walking past.
When the time draws near, one makes the journey to a place where they wish to fall asleep. And finally, when their body can no longer move or feed itself, their kin tend to them, feeding them, offering water, leaving gifts, and keeping vigil as the sleep takes hold.
About this person. Tell me about Ula.
One of the finest stone wardens I've known. Had a habit of diving head first into any hole he spotted underground. Nothing could stop him.
Tell me about his
Fusca
daughter.
doesn't agree with our tradition. Understandable. She doesn't want to lose her father. But the poor girl doesn't understand that being called to the stone is the highest honor for a stone warden.
Tell me more about
Garvan is the leader of the stone wardens. And right now, maybe the most important man in the tribe. Since Tryggva's no good for anything anymore. You tell me. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something different about you. They say the stone sleep makes folk more attuned to the rare and unusual things in this world. Seems you carry one of those in you.
You mentioned the chief.
Let's not talk nonsense, all right?
Goodbye.
Farewell, traveler. It was good to see a new face in the Ulfer village. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be around to see your coming bear some fruit.
Then, but that's not stealing anyway. Welcome guest here. Oh, there's a.
Who goes there? Is it you, Fusca?
Oh no, I'm a friend of the tribe.
I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, as you can see, I'm here to stay. So tell me, what brings you to us? Or perhaps you prefer I share some wisdom instead?
Seeking King Arthur's crown.
If that's true, then you carry a great burden. And an even greater danger follows you. Perhaps it's for the best that I won't live to see the day you decide to pass through the gate. The old stories about the one who claims the crown are grim. Even among the Stone Wardens, we don't speak of them often.
What do you mean?
The eldest brothers say that whoever dares claim the crown and steps through the gate will bring calamity upon Avalon. What kind of calamity? No one knows. Or perhaps no one wants to say. That's all I can tell you. I hope they're just old tales. But if not, I hope you return whole. I've grown to like you. It's been ages since I've had such a long conversation.
I mean, we just started talking.
Nothing happened. This is the process of stone sleep. It's my choice. I've chosen to leave this world on my own terms, surrounded by my brothers. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my kin. Each of them embraced the sleep, just as I do now. I know our customs may seem strange to outsiders, but trust me, there's no greater honor for a Stone Warden than to merge with the land we've served.
I think it's cool. I really like this whole Stone Warden thing.
I forget sometimes. Those outside the tribes don't know our ways. It's no secret, so I'll tell you. Stone Sleep is how we unite with the land we've worked and protected. It's the highest honor. A chance to become one with the soil that sustained us. We believe it grants a kind of immortality.
Tell me about the Stone Warden.
We are the noblest of orders, forged from the strongest miners and smiths. Our history goes back to the earliest days of the Dal Riata in the Forlorn Swords. We serve the land and its hidden treasures. Only the most skilled and devoted are welcomed among us. There's no room for aimless wanderers.
Oh.
We're born of the land, sustained by it.
Some would say I'm aimless.
In the
I'm a
end,
nameless wanderer.
We return to it. That's why we embrace the stone sleep.
That's cool. Do you know if I could become a full member of this brotherhood?
We've never accepted anyone who isn't Dalriada. Not in living memory, anyway. Darvan sticks to traditions like moss on stone. So don't hold your breath. That said, the world's changing. Not necessarily for the better. Just shifting.
That's
like the ground.
That's hitting too close to home there, buddy.
And we
settle
can't
down.
Stop it. We used to say, the world will end before we let outsiders into our ranks. Maybe we cursed ourselves with those words. Don't take it personally if Darvan decides to make an exception for you. I trust his judgment. And if he does, the rest of the Brotherhood will fall in line.
I guess I can join these guys, maybe. You mentioned Fuchsia.
She's my daughter. A brave young woman who worries about me a great deal. She stops by every now and then to tend to my stone-bound body. A good girl. Though, if you ask me, she worries far too much. I'm not dying, after all. I'm simply entering the stone sleep. And that's far better than dying.
You're like, but Kinko, you just cleaned up your frickin' inventory. Look at all that bread. I can't pass up bread. Not a frickin' animal. Bread. Bread. Can't pick up that bread. Ah! Hello there.
You're in the Hall of Remembrance, in the seat of the Stone Wardens. My name's Ast. I look after this place. Try not to make noise, or touch anything.
Oh, I've touched a few things.
Yes, it's a hole where symbols of remembrance for our ancestors are kept.
What kind of symbol?
Oh, all sorts. Best if you take a look yourself.
I can't use my eyes. Tell me more about the
You're
Stone
here,
Wardens.
so I probably can't tell you more than you already know.
About Stone Sleep. And that's normal
Yes.
here? This lady is... Will you enter Stone Sleep someday?
Very likely. I spend a lot of time near the weird stone.
So it's contact with the weird stone that turns you to stone?
That and weird steel, yes. But it takes time.
So they used to be people?
And they turned into stone, yes.
I suppose some of them were great chieftains.
They were.
And warriors.
As well as master craftsmen.
Like who, for
Old
example?
Eirg, who was the first to describe the properties of weird steel.
What are those warrior statues standing
They're
here?
not statues. They're Dalrida, who've entered the stone sleep. The name says it all, really. It's the sleep Dalrida fall into at the end of their lives, when they turn to stone.
Mm-hmm. What do the small busts of stone heads represent?
Various Dalrida who earned honor in the Stone Wardens. I don't know if their names will mean anything to you. All right. That sculpture is Glimhilder Ironfinger. Ring any bells?
No.
She led the Stone Wardens 2 centuries ago. She looked just like that sculpture.
Anything
Not
more?
much to say. Her rule was long and mostly peaceful.
What exactly do you do here?
I keep things in order. And I guard this place and the memory of the Stone Warden's history. Yes, though in the Stone Wardens, tribal ties don't matter much. Goodbye.
All right.
I wouldn't come any closer if I were you.
And why is that?
Because I said so. And here in the official hall of the Stone Wardens, my word is law. Leave in peace. I'm not granting an audience.
Stone Wardens? What are the Stone
Nothing
Wardens?
that a random traveler wandering the Forlorn Swords needs to trouble themselves with. Outsiders aren't welcome in our brotherhood, especially those not of Dalrita blood.
Stoner sent me.
Thrigva, that cursed fool. Undead and merged with the Lone Pillar, thinking himself invincible. And perhaps he is, for now. So I guess you want to challenge him to a duel. You cannot defeat him as you are. The Lone Pillar grants him strength beyond mortal flesh. No blade will bite. No armor will hold. Not unless you earn the blessings of the Giants. Listen well. To face Thrigva and live, you'll need more than just courage.
You'll need some alcohol, some moonshine.
You'll need to forge a weapon. A true marvel. One capable of shattering the Lone Pillar's might. Without it, you're as good as dead. I'll help you forge it. But you'll need to gather the Giants' blessings first. They hold all the fragments you'll need.
The blessing of giants, how do I find that?
What do I look like? A giant keeper? The Giants have no love for the likes of us anymore. Their power does not come cheaply. If Stroner sent you, then go back to his hut. His wife might know something useful. Women tend to keep the wisdom their men ignore.
What would she know?
The Giants respect bargains, oaths, and stories. Stroner's wife, she knows the old ways of dealing with them.
I think you know too much about Stoner's wife.
Stroner keeps her close. Protective, I'd say. Or maybe ashamed. If we're being honest, the Ulford tribesfolk say she's mad. Perhaps even a liar. Claiming she speaks to giants? You can imagine how that goes over. But mad or not, she knows things the rest of us don't. Don't judge her by their words. Go to her and listen. You might find her madness holds more truth than most men's sanity. Conspire. Ha! Call it what you like. Plotting, scheming, or just doing what needs to be done. Thrigva's not a man anymore. He's a curse on the Ulfr. And curses don't just go away on their own. Stroner and I understand that. If you're wise, you'll understand it too.
I understand.
Someone has to stop him. And it sure as hell won't happen by sitting around.
Okay. Would you join the Moot?
I'd vote against it. The Moot waste time dreaming of invading Camelot, while the Dorita crumble from within.
Have fun at D&D.
We've got greater problems to solve. Fractured tribes, lost traditions, and a dwindling future. Fixing that should come first. Off you go. And thank you for aiding the Ulford tribe.
Yeah, maybe be more nice to me next time. Oh, he doesn't live at his forge. He works at his forge, and he lives somewhere else. Okay. This person's house. I don't know who this person is, but we're gonna go in and say hi. Hello.
Stranger among the Ulfr. I don't yet know how to read this omen, but I'll be keeping an eye on you, outsider. Though I'm not sure anything worse than Thrigve could befall us.
Who are you?
My name is Erland. I am the seer of the Ulfr tribe, although it seems few among us have any need for a seer. Folk would sooner put their faith in steel than in me.
What about the chief?
I don't know if I should speak about our fall with a stranger, but for some reason you were allowed among us. Thrigve has taken hold of the power of the giants, something no human should ever wield. To surrender oneself to such forces is inhuman. Man was not meant to meddle with what lies beyond his fate.
You speak of a fall. Why such heavy words?
Because that's what it is. Not a trial, not a misstep, a fall. He drags more than just himself into the abyss. I had a vision of what would await our tribe if nothing changes. We'd all end up as twisted wretches. The first omen has already come. The red eye. I saw it.
The red eye?
Have you ever heard of the Beholders, outsider? They were beings that dwelt deep in the dark beneath the earth. The Four Dwellers made them a promise to lead them out of that darkness. They promised the Beholders they would see the light. So the creatures followed that false light. They trusted the Four Dwellers and were twisted by the weirdness. They put their faith into something beyond their grasp. I believe Thrigve, reaching for the power of the giants, is doing the same. I saw the red eye of a beholder. If nobody stops them, those abominations will crawl out again and twist us. Because they wouldn't listen. Or they'd say I'm weak, that I've let fear cloud my judgment. Among the Ulfr, doubt is a heavier burden than truth. Is that so? Then perhaps your arrival can bring more than ill tidings. I saw the red eye on the slopes, just beyond the village, while I was foraging in the snow for roots to use in my rites. I think that's where you should begin your search.
Sounds like a plan. What happened to the Beholders?
After they were infected with the weirdness, the Four Dwellers turned them into weapons. I once read some old Del Rida records, accounts of our ancestors being slaughtered by those foul things during the wars with the Four Dwellers. A terrible fate awaits those who've had any dealings with the giants or the Four Dwellers. The Gunvalder believed that their giants started to awaken and were slaughtered by Camelot. The Thoids gave their faith to a giantess, and they stained themselves with vile magic. Yes.
Guess you don't want me to see. Ah, I was about to say. Let me see your house, bro. What's going around now? Don't mind me, I'm just coming in here stealing all your stuff. It's cool. There. Why did they lock this area up? That's what I want. Hall of the Stone Wardens. Say, wait, I've already been in here. Sorry. Well, there's a thing right here. Let's rest till like 9 in the morning. Alright, it's daytime. What's this? Earth Hall. Who are you?
Ah, you're the outsider Vigdis's kid ran into. News like that travels fast around here. We don't talk to many outsiders these days. Well, even back in the day, we usually didn't talk to them all that much. More fighting rather than talking. But if you're here, that means it's for some reason. And that's good enough for me. What do you need?
Who are you?
I'm Hrafn, son of Tove and Isid. Like my father, I care about the armor of my tribe folk. I share the forge with Stroner. He makes weapons, I make sure the ones holding them stay alive. If you need something special, you'll find it here. Nothing will protect your hide better than Ophir's coats.
How do you get along with Stoner?
He's more into tribe matters than I'll ever be, but that's his business. As a smith, he knows what he's doing, and he doesn't get in my way. We keep the forge running, and that's what counts.
Do you have contact with other tribes?
And who would we be talking to exactly? There were only 2 neighboring tribes. The Gunvalders were slain to the last by Camelot. Not that it matters. They were a strange folk, dwelling in their haunted stronghold. And that leaves only one neighbor, the damn Theuds. They meddle in cursed magic, so no talking about them.
Well, sounds like it. Let's open your
I
shop
guarantee
first. Take a look at what you got. Ooh. Increased damage by 50% if the enemy is chilled. When you kill an enemy, you trigger an icy explosion dealing 100 damage. Applying chill to everybody. Applies chill to people. You have a 25% chance to add chill to people. Increase health regeneration by 3 hit points when you're below X. That's pretty cool. Crown of the Nether Bloom. Titan Fire Arrow. Winged Cavalier Gauntlet. Look at those gloves. When you have more health than stamina, your critical damage is increased by 50%. When you have more stamina than health, your physical damage is increased by 25%. That's pretty crazy. It's funny, I don't even know the price of these things. Oh, I guess I do Q to make it so I don't see it. Well, yeah. Can't even see the price of them.
Yes?
You mentioned this tribe and that tribe. What about the other tribes?
What about them? The Volkers and the Sveins are on the far side of the Forlorn Swords. None of ours go that way. The Dalrida went their separate ways long ago. All that's left is some shared past.
Hey, Anthony.
And trust me, nobody feels like talking about that.
I won't get a single word even about your neighboring dude.
You've got that right. As I said before, no talking about those scoundrels.
Alright, well. Tell me more about the situation with your tribe.
There's strife among the Ulfr. More and more are openly voicing their disagreement with Thrygva's rule. I find it hard to understand. The chieftain's word has always guided us, and Thrygva will remain chieftain until someone proves strong enough to defeat him in a duel. So, the strongest leads. The one blessed by the will of the giants. The one chosen by the Lone Pillar. There's no greater honor.
None. So we're in chapter 3, or act 3. We're in the Forlorn Swords area. And we're getting to know the situation. Right now it seems like I need to help 4 individual tribes before I can go further into this. I have more questions about the situation. No, I don't.
Since you asked, I might have a small task for you. I need a few Brimshade hides. There's a project that's been on my mind for a while now, but I've been too busy to go wandering off to hunt them myself.
What kind of
project?
project?
If it works, I'll tell you. Right now, it's just theory. I'd rather not jinx it. But if it does work, Let's just say that traveling through the Forlorn Swords at night might become a lot safer.
Grimshade's
Glad
got
to hear it. I've been someone's apprentice most of my life, so I'm not exactly used to asking others for help.
I think it's
I'll
a
be waiting for you
spike.
here, and so will a little something for your trouble.
Need 3 of those hides.
I guarantee.
We'll make sure he doesn't sell them first. All right. Just gonna take all this stuff. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You know. Sometimes I just like to take stuff. Need it, but it's just fun to take it. Yo, where's your wife at? Are you just a blacksmith?
Ah, so you've met some of my brothers already. You wouldn't ask that if you hadn't. Since you know about the Stone Wardens, I'll tell you the truth. Yes, I'm a member, and the Ulfr village is our unofficial capital. Darvan himself resides here, Gerfan's own brother, and our leader.
Darvan told me to speak to your wife.
Vigdis? What does she have to do with this?
Says she has contact with the giants.
Does that old man really believe her ramblings are the will of the giants? Unbelievable. I won't say what I really think about this. If the Master of the Brotherhood believes it, who am I to argue?
Who are you to argue? Why didn't you mention her before?
Because I'm protecting her from prying eyes and the superstitions of villagers, that's why. I don't know you. Why would I speak of my wife, accused of madness, to a stranger?
You could brag.
For any Dalrita, losing one's mind is like a living death, a shame worse than most can bear. But I love her too much to grant her a good death. If Darvan believes she hasn't gone mad, but instead serves as a bridge between the Ulfr and the giants, then I'll gladly let you speak with her. You'll find her in the locked room. Here's the key.
He locks her away. What do you do? Yeah, you know, my wife's mouthing off again, talking about the giants, so I just locked her away. It's cool. You know, she won't bother anybody. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I need to get around this fucking building. I need to go this way. That's an awful long way to fall, but I'm a mountain goat, so I got this. Hey. Ow, ooh, magical. Guess he lives here. It's not bad enough that like his house is outside of the village. He still locks her in a room when he leaves for work. Honey, I'll be back in 12 to 7 hours. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Yes, I did say 12 to 7. It works for me. Oh look, I only half died. That's normal though. Like that's Hello? Is anybody here? Looting your house. Alright, I guess. Ah, not only that, her room's in the basement. And it's cold outside. This is like probably the coldest place in the house. Ooh, bread. Hi, I heard you're insane. Well, let's any treasure chests in here before I talk to you? There's some whiskey. At least it looked like he locked her in here with a bunch of booze. All right, lady. What's your story? Sent me.
He sent you, didn't he? Ha. That's bold of him. Sending someone else to poke at old wounds. Yes, I know their ways. Or what little of it the Ulfr haven't buried with scorn and silence. But you're not here for stories, are you? You're here for the blessings.
I need their blessings to forge some armor. Without it, I can't face the chief.
The giants don't just hand out blessings like baubles at a market.
Why not?
Their favor is earned, not begged for.
I'm not begging.
They respect oaths, strength,
I'm pretty strong.
and sacrifice.
20 strength.
You need to approach their shrines, what remains of them, and prove your worth.
You don't sound crazy
Each
to me.
giant demands something different. It could be a test of will, a trial of battle, or a riddle no mortal
Please
tongue
don't be
can
a riddle.
solve.
How do I find these shrines?
Start where the land still remembers their steps. Their shrines lie in places of weight. You'll feel it when you're close. The air grows heavy, and the earth hums beneath your feet.
Great.
We built shrines near the giants themselves, where they stand petrified, often part of the mountains now. If you falter, they will know. And if you lie, you'll wish you hadn't.
So I have this map. Can you point on the map where these things are?
For the Gonvaldor giant, the summoner, bring proof of the hunt. The summoner respects not just strength, but the bonds you forge. Alone, you are nothing. Together, you are worthy. For the Thoid Mother, the giant of bloom and ash, offer flowers. Simple, fragile things, yet they carry life even in ruin. She remembers beauty, where others see only loss. And for the giant below, the keeper of depths, well, you'll need to find that out for yourself. The giants demand truth, not tricks. Fail them, and you'll face a wrath older than the earth itself.
I definitely am like, hey, this lady doesn't sound crazy. Will the giants help me get rid of this person?
The giants see Thrugva for what he is. A parasite clinging to their world, twisting.
I'm
what
not
was
sure. I haven't
once
met a giant
sacred.
yet, Anthony.
They have no love for him.
We've just heard
For
about
years
them.
They've waited, longing for a champion, someone strong and worthy enough to carry their blessing and cleanse this land of his corruption. If you prove yourself, they will help you. Just show them you're the one they've been waiting for.
Sounds good. Why do they think you're mad?
Because I speak truths they'd rather forget. It's easier to call someone mad than face the shame of their own weakness. The giants haven't abandoned us. We abandoned them. If you want their
the ghost deer.
blessings,
Yes.
you must show
I don't
them
know
we
this is
still
about the
remember.
ghost deer.
We still honor their strength.
Maybe they ride the ghost deer. So, would you like me to kill your husband so that you can leave this basement? You don't sound all that mad to me, and I do believe this is some sort of kidnapping. But I'll leave it up to you. Goodbye.
Go with purpose.
I need some flowers. I've got some in the bank. Be here. Parsley. That's almost a flower. Cheese. Bread. That bread that I can never pick up. Rosemary. That's a flower. And I have to go all the way back up there? How do I get back up there? I Billy goated my way down. What is this? Iron? Nobody needs any iron. What is this? I keep seeing these stone people thinking that they are monsters to kill, but they're not. I'm the monster. At least this gives me a chance for my agility to go up. Just gonna keep on jumping. Jumping. Jump. Need to get into the town. What's this way? Oh. People sleep down here. It's starting to smell like tacos in this place. I am all for that. Dash, let's pick up some flowers. Here, flowers. Oh, take. Cooking, and crafting, and alchemy. One of these is flowers. Milkweed, sheep's head, wolfbane, devil's snare, rosemary, peppermint, daffodil, carnation. That's a flower. Maybe that'll work. Okay, so what's near us? What's this? The Omen in Flesh. I don't know what this quest is, but we'll go do it. Would you stop, like, hurting yourself? Ooh. What's the Omen in Flesh quest that I'm currently standing next to? Oh, maybe down here? There's like a... Alright, there's like a cave there. Alright, we'll go in there. A birched cave. Excuse me. I've reached the cave. Maybe I'll find answers here. I don't know what kind of answers I'm going to find, but let's take a look down here. Hey, a cave. beholder. It dropped a Morrow gas though. Hello. Look at that guy. Go ahead. Below. That's if I would have taken the high road. Went up here. Got it. Ugh. Attributes. I'm gonna bring up perception. Skills. I think we have one more in health we can use. Sure.
Please,
hello?
no.
Wait, what do you...
You must go soon.
I killed them all. Who are you?
I...
Your words aren't coming out of your mouth, sir. This dude sent me.
So it was him.
Uh-huh.
I wondered if the man...
He's breaking.
When I was just a boy...
He cast me out. He said I was too frail. How in the world did the beholders not kill you?
Can't say for sure.
But he's lived among them for years.
I guess they see me...
Aberration like my tribe did. How did you come to live amongst
when
them?
Erlen cast me...
They've been cast out since a child because he was
I didn't
weak.
get far.
Crawled into the first hole he could.
The beholders found...
And they fed me. He's been raised by beholders.
The tribe told stories.
Terrible, terrible, terrible weirdness.
But I don't think they're intelligent.
They communicate. He looks like one was crying. Okay, well, why were you watching
That day,
Erlen? Led me to the exit. Urged me to
It was
guide
the
them
first
outside. I saw this person and he was looking something.
I stared at him.
He noticed me and fled. Didn't you want to go
It's
out
not
again?
that simple. The entrance to the cave...
Why was I able to
think
enter
that
the
they
cave? Thought you were
They
Erlen.
must have felt what...
So the way out was close
Yes.
to you? I never
The
really knew to
beholders
leave.
brought...
Beholders brought him food and
As
water.
strange as it... Please, just go. The beholders you encounter... More could be coming.
You are a threat to the tribe. You will die.
I truly hope...
Sure. I don't know who you are, but you got a weird ass freaking helmet on. You like... That is weird. That was really weird. Alright. Was that really faster? Goes for a box Quick question: how much do you think an ADAT goes for in the box off the top of my head? 300? At least? Sealed? What's he doing? At least? Definitely, so a loose ADAT is like 100. A sealed one. It's considerably more. I just don't know off the top of my head. Let's check eBay real quick. Hold on, chat. ADAT sealed in no MOC. The mint on card, but not really. We pause for a word with your Star Wars sponsor. Yeah. Shoot. I don't see any being sold with the box. Let's see if there's a sold items. I want to sort by price. Sort by highest price. I don't see any online, so I wouldn't even know where to guess. All right. All right. Where are we?
Hey, you there.
Hey,
Non
you.
Rita. Spare a moment, will you? Step closer. I won't bite.
Okay.
Come here. Step closer.
Oh,
Good to see you,
jeez. All right,
stranger.
that guy was very
Not many
insistent.
souls pass through these lands anymore.
He's got cool looking spiky armor, but it looks like he's stabbing himself. But you are wearing red. Are you a red priest?
A weird night hit, and I ran out of cobweb. Nothing to worry about. I've suffered worse back in the day. I'm Kedron of the Volker tribe, by the way. And you're clearly not from around here. What brings you to our humble homeland? Just don't tell me you're a Camelosian spy. I'll fight you if I have to, but I'd prefer to get my strength back first.
I'm a Camelosian spy. Oh. My first time here, just exploring. I'm not from Camelot, but I am looking for King Arthur's artifact.
We've got one of those all right. His famous crown, blasted thing. They say he gave it to our ancestors as a sign of gratitude. I say that's bullshit. The crown was used to command giants, and only Arthur could wear it. By giving it to us, he sent a message. Behave, or I'll return and send the giants to devour you. A warning, not a gift. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But since you're already here, and I need some time to pull myself together, how about doing me a favor? And to answer the question you haven't asked yet, yes, there's something in it for you. Like not being killed by my Dalrita kin the second they see your face.
Sounds like an offer I can't refuse.
Oh, you could, but you wouldn't get far. That much I'm sure of. I need you to find Gerfan and inform him of my situation. I can't complete the task he gave me. He's also the one who can grant you safe passage through our lands. Without it, things might turn bloody real quick.
Didn't I already talk to that guy? What can you tell me? I've already met him.
So, you're a real wanderer then. And here I thought this was your first time in the Forlorn Swords. You've seen a thing or two, and you've met Garth. That means you've crossed paths with a piece of our history. That man and the capital, they're both relics, if you know what I mean. How's the old wolf doing? No, don't tell me. I'll find out for myself sooner or later.
You sure you don't need any help?
I'll be fine. Just make sure Gerfan knows where I am. Don't keep him waiting.
Okay, goodbye.
Sure. No need to gossip.
Hello.
Though I'll admit, it was nice talking to someone outside the tribes who isn't some screaming Camelotian scum. Step closer. I won't bite.
I'm gonna walk the hell away from that guy because he likes to talk a lot. He's like, hey, have you heard of the Oblivion bug where everybody in the room starts talking at the same time? Let me give you a piece of that right now. Wait, where the fuck was I? How did I end up here? What did I just do? Where did I go? Did I just black out and ended up here?
Oi, you, stranger. Got a minute or not?
No, I don't. How did I end up here? I feel like I blacked out. I just ended up here. It's like here. Here you go. Hello, dears. No, I'm your friend. Get out of here. Take this parsley. Somebody attacking me? Hello? Pancakes? I just picked up pancakes. Oh, now I'm in the weird time. Fudge. It's fine. I'll head this way. I don't know what this way is. Is it this way? Hello. That's not weird time yet. Now it's weird time. Like, you had to kill something first, then you're weird time.
Look at this big ass little kale.
Holy shit, that's a lot of kale.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that? What? What? Oh, hello there.
Anon Rita, wandering through these frigid lands. It takes courage, or perhaps folly, to traverse the Forlorn Swords alone. Sit, if it pleases you. A warm flame is rare here. The farther north you go, the less life you'll find. Nothing but snow, mountains, and a Dalrita, mourning days long gone.
From what I see, you travel alone as well.
I'm an old Dalrita. I couldn't care less anymore. You, though? You look like someone who's never had to scoop snail roe from a fiend's guts. My advice, leave them be. And if you're fool enough to poke one, run like hell while you still can. They tend to explode.
Who are you?
I am Vati. Little else of me is worth knowing. Yet, you asked as though you seek some greater tale. Not in my case, stranger. I'm just an old man, exiled from a tribe long ago. You, however, seem sharp, strong, and you're not from here. That much is clear. Now, it's you I'm curious about. So tell me, what brings you to the Forlorn Swords?
I'm seeking artifacts of King Arthur.
Well, I'll be. I haven't heard a tale like that in years. And what do you need those cursed trinkets for?
See, like, in this place, I don't care about talking about my mission because these are a bunch of Dalritas. What the hell do they care? They're key to my mission.
A mission, you say? And it must be damn important. I'm afraid, however, that in this ruined village, you won't find what you're looking for. But I know someone who might be able to help. Gerfan.
Ah, Gerfan. I'm gonna have like
Might
7
find
quests to
you
go to
useful
Gerfan.
To someone for a change.
Ah. Ooh, you got a shot? What? You got nothing, bro. Why do people tease me with shops that aren't anything? I should sell all of this stuff that isn't my weirdness arrow. Because in reality, that's all that matters. That's such a weird mask. Could you tell me about the... What happened to this village?
Camelot. They butchered almost everyone from the Gunvaldir tribe. Old Frode, Gunvaldir chief, knew the Camelosians were coming. He called for aid, but no one answered his plea. What a disgrace. And so, divided we fall. Now, his firstborn wages his own war in the south. The Dalrita dare not speak his name aloud.
One Eye? Ah! God, why can't I tell people that I killed One Eye? Oh, probably, again, like I said earlier today, probably not a good idea to go around saying that you killed somebody. Why did Camelot attack?
Among the Dalrita, there were rumors that their giants had begun to stir. Hard to say how much truth there is to it. Look for yourself. Still sleeping like the dead. Camelot may have feared it, though. A wakened giant would have been just another burden on their already troubled heads. And royalist heads seem far less suited to carrying burdens. That's how I see it.
Can you tell more about the battle that took place here?
No. What happened here was a slaughter. The battle itself was fought in the fortress, but I wouldn't advise going there.
Why
Folks
not?
lose their wits there.
Ah.
For as long as I recall, restless Dalrita lingered within its walls, kinless or destined to
Why
leave
would you
heirs that
stay
would
in a
not
haunted
remember their
frickin'
ancestors.
castle?
But then the Gunvaldir decided to look after them. They claimed the fortress for themselves. No one objected.
What do you mean they decided to look after other
Gunvaldirs had close ties to the spirits of their ancestors. They took in those forgotten as their own, forging a bond with them.
Oh, well, I guess that's
In
sweet.
return, the spirits granted them strength, sometimes even coming to their aid. Frode and his people thought moving the battle within the fortress walls would give them advantage. Well, they all died, so that tells you how it turned out.
Other tribes didn't want the fortress for themselves?
The only tribe living close enough were the Ulfar, but trust me, most would rather raise a toast to their ancestors than meddle with their spirits. Let the dead remain dead, as they say.
And on that note, I'm smelling these tacos. I need to eat these tacos. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thanks everybody for joining me tonight. If you could, hit that like button. Maybe even subscribe. Hey look, I did the whole YouTube thing. We'll get back to this. Oh, work's coming up, huh? Boo, we have work this week. So probably back on Saturday, maybe Friday night. Did Frode ever suggest they travel to the mountain of fire to destroy the rings? No, he didn't. But on that note, thanks everybody. Later, Anthony. Have a good night. I'm gonna eat some tacos.